The Upas. And then there's the headlock Upa.
Headlock Upa, yeah. There you are worried about the punch or the second hand feeding in.
Yeah.
For a
For
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. That's why I don't like to push on the hip. Now, I may, as I go, if you need, like, I may switch. Yeah. But even then, you got to be careful about that. But still, and the main thing I'm doing there is actually stretching you a little bit because I can't really crunch you as much or get your head on the roll side, which normally I want to do. That last one being a different one.
Yeah.
I have to kind of stretch you. Okay. So here, right? And again, I'm not doing this. This is really important.
It brings my elbow.
It brings
out.
your elbow out, right? I'm trying to get your elbow as far, and I block the foot, right? Mm-hmm. Now here, if I roll you, yeah.
Ah, okay.
You feel the difference? Mm-hmm. So here, even though it doesn't seem like much, your elbow is outside your shoulder line. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. So we're here. I go here. You reach.
You go here.
Trap the foot. And I kind of want to make me a C. Yes. And then you can use this arm to push. Too. Does that make sense? Because this isn't going to be as much of a bridge as the other ones.
Yeah.
So I can actually push. You can even transfer to the shoulder if you really wanted to push. Right? Because then you're still kind of in front of that arm.
Yeah.
Right. And if it's not a guy who knows any jiu-jitsu, once I start the ridge, I can let go of the arm and post on the ribs or hips if I need a little extra. Okay. Because he's not going to really start punching from the bottom with as much power. Yeah. What I don't want is this from the top. Right? So I'm monitoring that arm, but as I go, if I feel I need to, I can go here. Yeah. Right? But if it fails, I need to come right back to that.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And
then there's the knee elbow escape and the self-defense knee elbow escape.
Yeah. So the sport is knee elbow escape is you start again like this.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah.
So yep, and then shoulders down. Yep. And that's how you know you did it right. Is your knee is where my foot, the gap in my foot placement is. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you may not even get the knee under.
Yeah.
But open it up a little bit, and then you can use the other foot to hook. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now let's turn. Now I personally don't figure four my legs. I just cross my feet. Cross your feet.
Okay.
Cross your feet. And pinch your knees. I feel like when you figure four your legs, it's not really as tight.
Yeah.
Curl your feet. Bring your feet towards your butt.
Okay.
Because watch this. When I do this, there's space. When I do this, there's not. So I don't want to be like this. I'm just here.
Yeah.
Okay. It is also, for me, it's quicker to move from here than it is to unlock that and go. Yeah. It's just a personal thing, but I find, and also it allows me a couple of tricks, which you'll see in a second. So now the question is always which hand on top. I like the way you're doing it, mostly because it's a little harder. It stops me pulling that arm across by having the weight into that. Yeah. This elbow is in front of the knee, not inside.
It would be the shrimp escape.
The shrimp. But here, now if you try to trap my leg and do that,
you hop over.
Yeah, so this is keeping my knee in place. Good. Then you go here, here. Now you're gonna bring your right knee up towards your shoulder as you push my knee with your elbow down, foot on the mat, shrimp, and reach deep under. Yeah, I go deep across the back. No, reach deep across my back. That's what's gonna help you. Now shrimp on your side. Get your hips out. There you go. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Here. You can go in front of the neck too. I'm not as big a fan of that because I can maybe, and this gives me two options. If I get lazy here, you can take my back.
Yeah.
Now, you can either use your hand or your knee, preferably your knee. And because if I'm lazy like this, you just need to place this as a stopgap.
Yeah.
If I'm closer, you want to crunch your elbow in and then open.
Yeah.
Your feet come together, go flat on your back, foot on the mat. Good. Bring your hand as close to your head as possible. This hand. This hand. Yeah.
This.
Big shrimp. Circle the leg out. Control the head. Walk your legs up. There we go. Exactly. Yep. And so the feet come together just like you did.
Yeah.
Right. I don't watch a lot of jiu-jitsu videos, but there was one I saw recently, and somebody was teaching this escape. And I realized one of the other mistakes, and I'm trying to think of what it was, where they weren't, let's turn this way, keep turning, so the camera can catch. All right, so when I'm here, they just did this with this leg out. I'm trying to think, one of the main reasons I don't do this is because you can just cut that knee back over here, right? So I always bring this leg in.
So it's trapped.
So it's trapped. It also means that I'm in a position to do different sweeps and things like this. There's another reason I was thinking about why it was a bad idea to just leave that foot out. And I don't remember what it was.
But if you leave the foot out, you need to make sure you trap the leg with your bottom leg.
Like this?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you
but
need more space to shrimp.
Yeah, but for me, it's never been a problem. It's just feet together.
Okay.
Here, and then right away, flat on my back.
Yeah.
Both feet on the ground. So if you try to drive forward, it's here, right? Also, if I'm kind of here, can you throw this leg over this leg too? Right, yep. So here, also just, I'm trying to remember, I had a real reason, but you could also reach under that leg and strike right away.
Yeah.
Here, but anyway, so yeah, feet on the mat, control, hand to head, big shrimp. As soon as I get here, right, and we'll talk about that positioning today.
Okay. Yeah. But this was the more sportive.
The sportive version, and there's also one important detail. Let's turn this way. Okay.
You want to go this side?
No, just mount. Yep. So the problem I have right now, put your hands on the mat, is all your weight is back on my hips, and that means that foot is heavy. Right, so if I'm trying to get under, so I don't want to do this. I want to bring my knee as far forward. I actually get on the ball of my foot, so if you try to sit back, here, and now you see how that knee is foot's a lot lighter, versus I go like this, make your foot heavy. Here, so I take that foot.
You give me a little push.
I want to keep your weight forward, so if you're trying to sit back now, and now you try to come forward, you see how I've shelved you? Here. Maybe you get lazy. Exactly. If the knee's in, bring my foot open. Here. And then we can do double if need be.
Yeah.
Right.
So for the sportive variation, because you're not worried about punches, you go double unders.
Well, the sportive version. I can go double unders or over. Like, so when you get to that last part, you can go under the arm. You can go over the arm. The other arm can control the head or go double unders. Sometimes I like to have both double unders because I have a lot of shoulder control.
Yeah.
Here, if I need to sort of snake walk a little bit. And there's ways to play double unders. From a self-defense standpoint, it's a little harder, but basically I can take your back a lot of times from those positions. But it's always better to be over the arms from a punch defense situation. right? But it's a situation. I can also, again, cup the arm over and go. I do that more so I don't have to deal with the headlocks. Like going double unders, I got to immediately worry about a headlock.
Yeah, because the arm's free to move.
Yeah, exactly, go around my head.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that generally against wrestlers, right?